Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video on my channel, man. And look guys, we hit 3,500 subs. Big W's. Thank you guys for pulling up to the stream 2 days ago. Couldn't stream yesterday, sadly, but today, after this video drops, I'm going to be streaming on another huge giveaway. So if you want to pull up, go ahead and do so. I'll be giving out 20 mythicals, okay? And then tomorrow I'm going to be giving away around 30 mythicals. So we're going to have a back-to-back giveaway stream. So if you want to pull up, go ahead and pull up, man. Everybody's welcome, even if you've already won in the past. I am very happy to announce I've got the best tier list on Anime Defenders for y'all, bro. Look. Right, this is my personal customized tier list. This is the tier list that all of you are here for. This is why y'all watch me, for these banger videos, for this banger tier list, bro. And look, we're gonna start off with, like, straight up the biggest, the baddest, the bulkiest dude, okay? Igris, the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? He's the best of the best, man. We're talking about, in terms of damage, he's the best for damage, okay? So out of all of these units, bro, only focus on Igris for damage. Next up is Gojo. Now Gojo is gonna be up here. Now I'm gonna off rip give you guys the two best, because you already know, you already know the two best right here, man. Igris and Gojo. He gives slow, he gives slow. He's a good support. If anything, he should be right here, but he does so much damage that honestly he's just the best. So is he better than Igris? I don't know. His damage is like let's say like 5% less than Igris, but Igris does get a 50% bonus in terms of damage with the passive ability, but he doesn't hit air, so you can really just you can mix match. I'm gonna do this for now since he is new and he is hybrid. I'm gonna do that, okay guys? But Igris is definitely up there as well. Like, they're basically identical, just different strength and different weaknesses, so we're gonna put them right over there. Now next up is going to be Beast Sorcerer. Beast Sorcerer is going to be A tier. He's pretty bad, honestly. In my opinion, compared to the two new mythicals that you can get on the limited banner, he's probably one of the worst ones, boys. So obviously I would not recommend you get him compared to the other one, which is right here, Muscular Sorcerer. He's gonna be S tier, guys. The reason he's S tier is because he's really good at when you evolve him. His last move is full AoE. His range is not amazing. He has the same range pretty much as the Warrior Princess right over here. Basically the same full AoE type move, but he does do more damage, much more damage actually, and the DPS is pretty short. We're talking 6 seconds, boys. Pretty much the best you can possibly get, guys. So that's why he's gonna be S tier. He's not the best in terms of like units, but he is the best in terms of new players. So if you're new to the game, make sure you pick him up, guys. Make sure you pick him up. He's pretty OP. Okay, next up is Fire Dragon Slayer. Y'all know this is my favorite unit in the game. He's gonna go best. Why, boys? Well, it's because I might be a little bit biased, but at the end of the day, he's one of the best units for boss damage, and he's one of the best units for raids, one of the best units for tower. I mean, he's just one of the best, to be honest. And if you haven't gotten him yet, make sure you go ahead and pick him up, because he is pretty OP, man. So anyways, he's gonna be right over there. Next up is going to be Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter has been pretty much glazed recently because of the fact that she hits air, but she's just okay. She's not gonna be S tier. In my opinion, she like A tier, she around there. She's okay, but she's not amazing. Next up is gonna be Skull Warrior. Line AoE, people glaze him because he's kind of, OP in certain scenarios, but he gets overrated quite a bit, and he's actually going to be A tier, guy. Actually, no, he's gonna be S tier. He's gonna be S tier because you can't place him in a certain spot to where he has much more damage than other units. So he's very good for those, anything but bosses. He will do a lot of damage. So let's just put him at S tier because people do glaze him quite a bit. Next up is Sung Jin Woo. Now Sung Jin Woo is the best for bosses. Sung Jin Woo is pretty much the best unit for bosses. It's pretty much the same as Flame Dragon God, but he just does a much more damage, especially once you evolve him, especially once you get Almighty on him. He is overpowered, so he's gonna be right under Igris, but definitely up there for sure, guys. For sure. Next up is gonna be Curse King. Now Curse King is a pretty solid unit. He's gonna go on around A tier. We're talking low A tier though. We're talking about like right under Beast Sorcerer, guys. He's gonna be around there, okay guys? Next up is Esper. Esper is gonna be C tier. Very bad unit, both Evo and non-Evo. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Just not a good unit to have. Next up is gonna be Carp. Now Carp, we're talking Evo Carp. He's actually not gonna be like top tier anymore. He's gonna be the top of S tier now, because all the new units are pretty much identical to Carp in terms of damage department. So there's no point on having Carp Almighty, for example, compared to somebody like, you know, the Gamer, Egress, or even him at the end of the day. So he just doesn't have as much uses anymore as the other units. So compared to Muscular Sorcerer, he's pretty much even out. So that's why he's gonna be on S tier, but still a very good unit, very viable unit to have on your team, boys. Next up is Ant King. Ant King is actually going to be B tier. He, again, full AoE, but the new units just outmatch him in every single way. Compared to uses, he has the least amount, so he's gonna be on there. Actually, B Sorcerer should be right there. I'm not gonna do any legendaries, I'm not gonna do any rares. I'm just gonna keep it secrets, mythicals. That's pretty much all you guys need to know at this point in the game. Update 2, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's update 2, it's not update 1, you know, it's not released. So y'all don't need to know legendaries, because of course you're not gonna use them. There's no point on you guys using them, to be quite frank. Next up is Donut Warrior. Best slow in the game, most viable unit since Gojo released, guys. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay? Compared to slow, Donut Warrior doesn't have as much use to him anymore, because Gojo is kind of like the new slow meta. So what you're gonna do, guys, is you can still use him. He's still viable, but in terms of how good he is, he's gonna be S tier still, because of the fact that he can slow a bunch of units, but his damage and everything else is not the greatest, you know, not the greatest. So because of that, he's gonna go on S tier. Still a very good unit, but just not as good as he was before the update, guys. So sadly, he's gonna go there. Thunder God is gonna be straight up C tier, guys. Unfortunately, he's just not that good. Okay, he's not that good. I'm sorry to say, but very underrated, but also overrated. It's kind of hard to explain, but he's just bad. Okay, I wouldn't personally use him. Warrior Princess is going to be at B tier. Very solid unit, but the problem is that her damage is too lacking compared to Muscular Sorcerer. So it's no point on just because she's full AoE. It's just not worth it, guys. So definitely gonna be right there. Warrior Princess, however, is still very good, still very viable. Next up is Water Swordsman. Water Swordsman is pretty good, pretty strong, but is nowhere near as good as like the Bear, for example. So he's gonna go like right over here. He's a good unit, just not that good to where you want to use him compared to like everybody else. So I just personally won't recommend using him. He's just okay. Bear King is going to be S tier, guys. He is full AoE. He got a brand new buff, which makes him pretty much S tier, guys. I'm going to be quite frank. He's pretty much S tier. Very good unit, very good indeed. So definitely the best of the best. Okay, guys, so now we got Slime Spirit, the brand new secret from leaderboards. Now only one person had it, and some dude made basically a video showcasing her. Now she doesn't seem that good in my eyes. Now she does 24k per like 10 seconds or something. I mean, that's pretty good, but it's like circle AoE, not really the greatest. I would say that she's pretty much like A, maybe high A. We'll put her at top of A for now. Unless she has some special buff that I don't know about, she's gonna stay at A tier, boys, because honestly, I don't see her being as well or as well utilized. Now, Elf Wizardess, full AoE again, very good unit. She's gonna be over here on S tier. I would personally use her instead of Skull Warrior, especially for those long infinite runs, but she's not as good as Muscular or Carp, so she's just not gonna be on that level, but still a good unit, still a very strong unit for you to have. Next is Chansky. Now Chansky is one of the best units, like I said, one of the best of the best. It's not better than the Gamer, and it's definitely the worst secret, but it's definitely a good unit at the end of the day. Still better than mythicals by quite a bit if you get all the right stats and all the right traits. Okay, guys, so this is basically the tier list. These are the best of the best that you should 100% pick up, and everything else is just on the spectrum, you know what I'm saying? If you guys have any like suggestions on what I should change up on this tier list for the next update, sure, let me know. But this is pretty much the best possible tier list that I could personally make. And if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned, because after I drop this video, we're going live streaming and donating a bunch of mythicals for you guys, a bunch of categories, guys, right here, a bunch of Donut Warriors that you yourself can use for yourself and obviously to get better. So make sure you stay tuned. Like I said, we have a bunch of things planned very soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Stay safe. Peace out.